Boom. All this one here knows to introduce vibes. And today we'll be watching a video by the title of Why Prince's Work Ethic Was Terrified by what the fuck that say? Hustlers in the Hood? I think I that say. I think I that say, yeah. Hustlers in the Hood. To start it.
Prince was a prolific monster. He might genuinely be the hardest working musician that ever lived. When it came to pure execution, he was in a league of his own.
When you're talented like Prince, but then you also outwork everybody, you're just at that elite level that nobody's at.
We're talking about a man who outworked the entire industry without breaking a sweat. And look, even if you never reach a fraction of what he built in your lifetime, these 6 lessons you can extract from his grind will give you an unfair edge over everyone else.
Yo, compared to modern artists nowadays, there's nobody out there who can outwork a Michael Jackson or even a Prince as it was right now. From what day you've been on TikTok, I've been seeing this trend going around that people are lip sync Michael Jackson. Are doing ablids and voice recording music. Dog. I want the emotional man put in their music, bro. I don't feel like say yo. Prince up on the same level.
To put this in perspective, Prince created at such a psychotic level that if you sat down right now to listen to just his unreleased music, you'd be sitting there for 10 years straight. That's not a myth, that's reality. But you don't build a 10-year backlog by moving at a normal pace. You build it by declaring war on anything that slows you down. And that war starts with the first law. Law 1, speed is power. Back then, there were no laptops to record music on. If you wanted to lay down a track, you had to book a physical studio for hundreds of dollars a day. And that booking came with a sound engineer. But if you were the one assigned to Prince, you better pray you could keep up. In the words of his engineer, Susan Rogers,
if you did anything that slowed Prince down, you were out of there.
He preferred working with women in the studio. Why? Zero friction. Zero friction equals speed. Susan recalled how he'd come in. She'd hand him the bass. He'd play it, put it down, jump on the keys, then grab the guitar. He'd play all the parts, sing the lead, sing the backing vocals while she mixed it live. Add the leads.
Bomba one thing come like a well machine be woman cause if you have a group of men around you sometimes. With a group of men, they will have a clash of egos. Everybody will think so this go so that for go see women. You present an idea to a woman of sense, when a woman when a combative, a woman who want just go USA. It gel, although you can have the same thing with men too, but there's gonna still be a little bit of a clash thing. That's why Michael left fought from the Jacksons, but at our meeting. My opinion on that. Anywho.
Men who ran Prince's Paisley Park record label described it perfectly. It was like a funnel, as if someone was pouring songs into him. They just kept coming out the other end. In the time it takes most people to set up a microphone, Prince had a fully arranged track. Friction leads to delay, and delay leads to lost momentum.
Yo, it's so true. When it comes down to doing things, you have to do them as idea come to your mind as something come to you for you need to do, you need to get to it. Same time procrastination really kill progress. You see you have to be fast at it, but don't make it not be too cause you try to go fast means say you go not pay attention to what you do because so when you go too fast, you don't pay attention to the small things. And when the small things compound and crackle, the big picture of bare fuckery. So that's why them say slow is smooth and smooth is fast. But when it comes down to ideas and things that you have to do, you have to be on it. Quick.
Second of friction steals heat from the idea. No friction leads to speed, which leads to results. Speed compounds. Hesitation kills energy. Prince protected momentum like it was oxygen. He'd walk in with lyrics scribbled on hotel stationery from the park, walk out with a fully written, fully recorded, fully mixed record in one day. On the Go with Elmo Labano podcast, producer and musician Jimmy Jam remembered what that pace actually looked like.
Prince would come rehearse our band for 6 hours, and then he'd go to the studio.
6!
Work on a song.
6 hours to one song, what? Yo. Yeah. That's dedication. Just to get it right, to get it perfect, 6 hours. I mean, that's not really true crazy because people dedicate 40 hours per week to get one measly 20 grand by the end of the work bumble cloth was fortnight. And with Prince, what him a do for focus, hyper focus and fixate. But what him a do for be obsessed with what him a do for 6 hours for one song, then go around the world and travel and tour and make millions. It's a fair trade off.
He'd walk into our rehearsal the next day with a cassette, and he'd pop the cassette in, and he'd say, "I did this last night." Press play, and it would be some masterpiece of the song, right?
Yeah. Prince wasn't working
Sucks.
hard; he was working fast.
Mighty
Most
God.
artists wait for inspiration, but Prince treated inspiration like a deadline. He didn't sit with ideas; he executed them before doubt could find them. That's the difference. Speed doesn't just create more work.
You know, speaking of speed, hear what? We're gonna do a video right after this where I'm not gonna hesitate for me. Let's go fucking do it.
It takes confidence. That changed the game. But here's the trap. You can move incredibly fast and still end up with a hard drive full of half-finished projects. Moving fast means nothing if you don't know how to close. Which brings us to Law 2. Finish while it's hot. Sound engineer Peggy McCreary was in the room when Prince recorded the biggest song of his career in 2 days, When Doves Cry. Peggy recalled how he started building the track, then he unproduced it right in front of her. She said he punched the bass out, smiled, and said, "Ain't nobody gonna believe I do this." And he did. He didn't start ideas and revisit them later. He attacked them while the fire was burning. Think about the psychology of that. When Doves Cry was the biggest song of 1984, he built it up with raging guitars and synths, realized it was overproduced, and instead of sleeping on it, he stripped it naked right then and there. He stayed in the fire. Ideas have temperature, and temperature drops fast. Most people wait. Prince moved. Have you ever noticed how ideas feel electric in the beginning? 2 days later, they feel average.
Yo, you fuck like you can't have an idea for go you can't have an idea for go make a video, right? And me I sit down on the idea, sit down on it, then it fizzle out. Then the idea a few minutes later I come back with the said idea in my head. And I feel like fuckery, but so when you actually execute on the idea what you have and just make the fucking video and post it, it come like a magic, bro, cause as I put out the video so boom, traction. Cause same stuff on TikTok. You see with TikTok, I'm gonna end up learning about TikTok, I'm really actively use it, but when I do use TikTok, like I'm gonna sit down for my ideas, video then we shoot up and go places. Like no joke.
The idea didn't change. The emotion cooled. Prince understood something most creators ignore. Momentum has a lifespan. Finish inside the window or lose the magic. So why don't most people finish? Because we start overthinking the details. If you want to finish fast, you have to kill the enemy of speed. Which brings us to Law 3. Perfectionism is a trap. While other artists spent a week on a snare sound, Prince gave it 5 minutes. If it felt right, it was right. First take. Keep the mistakes. Keep the emotion. As musician Novi Novak said, he didn't want perfect. He wanted feeling. Perfection slows momentum. Emotion creates impact. In the 1980s, the industry was obsessed with stereo music. 20 takes for one detail, a week for one drum sound. Prince dismissed it. If the song was good, get it down. Susan Rogers said. His music came out
Oh
like
yeah, oh yeah. People, this video is not mine, please. Please support Hunters in the hood. This is his video. Please support the official release. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. So yeah, we'll get back in it.
Bam, 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 bam. He kept the first take because the first take has the rawest emotion. Perfectionism is fear disguised as standards. Perfection feels responsible. It feels disciplined. But sometimes it's just fear of being seen. Prince wasn't polishing for approval. He was catching lightning before it disappeared. That's a different mindset. Momentum isn't a switch you turn on and off. To keep lightning striking, it can't be a hobby. It has to become your lifestyle. Which brings us to Law 4. Create every day. If he wasn't on stage, he was in rehearsal. If he wasn't rehearsing, he was recording. 4-hour sound checks, 2-hour shows, all-night studio sessions. Sleep on the plane, wake up, do it again. As Susan Rogers put it, if he was awake, Prince was recording. That wasn't obsession, it was identity. On tour, most rock stars do a 15-minute sound check. But Prince, 4 hours. Then a 2.5-hour show for 14,000 people. Midnight hits. He leaves the stage.
But a dedication, nothing dog. And repetition, nothing. So each and every single time you do it, come in like nothing. Can constantly repeat the same behavior over and over again. That's why it's so good at performance. That's why the music still slap to this day. Like I mean, I think, the modern era of artists, Whether the rap artists, pop artists, dancehall, reggae artists are that dedicated like how them did stay back then. I don't think so. And if they are, yo, human, big up yourself, as real as it gets.
Goes straight to the studio, records all night, catches a flight at dawn. R&B singer Bilal, analyzing Prince's insane work rate, summed it up perfectly. I don't think there's anyone as prolific as Prince in terms of just music creation. He had an output like some Mozart type shit. You know, that's when you're possessed with a mission from the universe. What you do daily
That's
becomes who
sick.
you are. You don't rise to motivation. You default to routine. Inspiration is unstable. Identity isn't. Repetition builds identity. Identity builds work. Work builds legacy. Now let's be real. That pace sounds like a one-way ticket to burnout. So how do you sustain it? You master the next law. Law number 5. Sleep. Yes, sleep. He had a bed installed in the studio. Purple sheets.
Yes.
New ones every week. This wasn't indulgence. It was strategy. He didn't glorify burning out. He built recovery into the system. To maintain God-tier output, you don't run on fumes. You reload. Recovery isn't weakness. It's maintenance. Burnout kills momentum. Prince optimized stamina. He wasn't trying to win the week. He was building a lifetime. That requires discipline. But what was it all for? Speed, momentum, decades of stamina. He wasn't chasing a summer hit. He was playing a different game. Which brings us to the final lesson. Law 6. Build your vault. Prince didn't look at it like he was recording a song. He looked at it like he was crafting his legacy. That's why as soon as he built his recording studio, he also built the vault. Susan Rogers, who actually started it, realized something crucial. My goal was, I want us to have everything he's ever recorded right here. If we get a tornado, if we get a flood, this is his legacy. We need to protect these things. So what did this vault actually look like? According to his drummer, Michael Bland, it's in this room in the building that has nails. And then there's this door with the combination lock. Not a closet, not a storage box, a sealed chamber. Inside that room, a literal treasure chest. And we're not talking about demos, not scraps, not half-finished loops. We're talking about fully mixed records, full albums no one had ever heard.
Bridging. These are heights of dedication. That you have to be something of really wrong with you, you know. If Prince now did that with music, bro, and you make up your mind saying man kill people, you might be one of the most dedicated serial killers that ever exist. Call you mean? What the fuck is this? What the fuck you mean say man cassette pan cassette put cassette pan cassette lag pan lag? Miras.
Vocalist Cat Glover described it best. It's really a vault of treasure. I mean, the stuff is incredible on every level. Think about that. Thousands of songs. Only 5 to 10% of what he recorded was ever.
Why you can never pick up on it? I'm a huge fan of Prince. Is it? When those cry Raspberry Beret, right? Kiss, right? The whole soundtrack for Purple Rain, is it? I never watch a movie, but the whole soundtrack, the whole album there, it's so bad, man. All purple. Anywho, back to the video.
Released. Engineer Hans Martin Buff said the sheer volume inside that room didn't make sense. You would think someone lived like 300 years and was recording 5 songs a day. Let that land. 300 years. But here's the deeper question. Why hide it? Why record masterpieces just to lock them away? Alan Lees explains that if a brilliant song didn't fit the specific concept of an album, it didn't get forced. It didn't get compromised. It went into the vault. What if the work matters more than the applause? He wasn't creating for validation. He was creating for history. Kat estimated there were around 2,000 songs when she was there. Probably more. Maybe way more. And will we ever hear them all? His bassist, Sonny Thompson, laughs when asked that. No, because if you could, you'd probably be sitting there for 10 years. 10 years.
I would have already released, if I be real, it would have already been out there. If they were meant to be listened to by the general public, them would have already get released. So, I mean, shit, you don't want to think we're going to ever hear them there. Not for no time soon.
You don't build that kind of leverage chasing lights. You build it stacking work no one sees. Quietly, relentlessly. That's vault mentality. And vault mentality changes how you see time. You stop thinking in posts. You start thinking in decades. Even if.
Alright, well, I think this is at the end of the video for me. If you man want to go fucking watch to the end, I mean, it's only like a few seconds away, but I can't bother with that. I have things to do. I have shit to do. I have the next video I need to record a little bit after this. So yo, you know Mars in a man them. Is it? Like, comment and subscribe. So far block.